What's good? This your man's Hurricane, and we back again. Who is it? Nigga, Hurricane Hood News and Reviews, nigga. In the house again. Said pack of men, ladies and gentlemen, front, and left, right. We back again. Who is it? Nigga, Hurricane Hood News and Reviews, man. In the house again. We going back and get back, and we going back and get back, and we going back again for the very first time. Don't worry if I write checks, I write rhymes. We going back to the HHN Special Report. Your man Hurricane tell you what to do. Give you some more news. I could have did this little short video clip, but I wanted to go live real quick. See what's popping, get the shit on out the way. I'm on StreamYard anytime, motherfucking minutes. Anytime. I'm struggle streaming. I ain't paying for no fucking premium. And I'm still pissed that I can't play no music and I can't put up no thumbnail when it was a free ass feature. So hashtag fuck StreamYard for a free feature that we gotta play premium mode. And they didn't even tell us that the free feature was for a limited time only. You know, motherfucker, everybody coming out with new restrictions and new regulations on all platforms. Motherfuckers is wilding on this motherfucking freedom of speech and freedom of expression and shit. Real shit. Right after I did those two Fuck the Government podcasts, and bitch got 300 motherfucking views with a dog ass thumbnail about Trump getting fucked up. It was like, do that shit. But I'm just bullshitting. I really don't know why they did it, but who knows? But shouts out to Crystal is cool. Much love to the lovely goddess of the new earth. Because when I'm done liberating this bitch, you're going to be the goddess of the new one. Best believe that. You already know what it is. Much love to Crystal is cool. And also, thank you for the Cash App. Also appreciated. Also needed. You already know. $ Hurricane JW. But shouts out, we about to get off into some shit that I came across and I found it kind of disturbing. I'm like, what the fuck? It's wild. But I'm glad you're here. Shouts out to everybody coming through. Shouts out to everybody that's watch on the playback. Shouts out to people that's probably getting off of work right now during the evening rush hour trying to get home. You know what I'm saying? To they smoke, to they drink, or to they significant other. You already know. But let's get off into it. HHN Special Report.
Media as we know it. Disclaimer: rape is one of the worst crimes.
Oh, wait a minute. No. This was something else. This was about gaming. That was about gaming. But let's get out the way because it's about it's about freedom of speech and gaming. And how they taking out shit and how it's going to make everybody take out a whole bunch of shit to your ass have a watered down Disney game.
Censoring video games is bad. Censoring rape is bad. This isn't about protecting people. It's not. It's about
I hear me.
rape is one of the worst crimes imaginable in your life. It lives, children's trust, and nothing in this video suggests otherwise. This is what fictional depictions of rape and sexual violence mean, and whether banning that content is justified. Spoiler: it's fucking not. The people trying to make it happen are short-sighted, self-righteous, and completely blind to the long-term damage their censorship would cause.
Yeah, and another reason why they was like, all right, we need to ban this essay in games, but y'all didn't want to ban a trans person getting plowed by a dude in the game called The Last of Us 2. Now, The Last of Us was a great game. The first one was a great fucking game. Part 2, was horrible. Y'all keep a star character with a golf club forward, and then you play with the character that committed the atrocity. You know how mad people were? But, this is game talk. But at the same time, y'all worrying about how females look, showing their cleavage or showing a panty shot, or, like a chick doing a kick and a panty shot happened, or like a chick wear a blouse because it's her attire. They tripping on that. They don't like femme fatales. They don't like beautiful women. It's like, it's y'all motherfuckers fruitcakes. Like honestly. Or maybe, just maybe, their wife is oogly and like, I don't like this ending. I want people to look like me. I don't get it. Yeah, that's nasty work, Crystal, for real, for real. They put it in a game. They put it in a game. And they was talking about game of the year. How the fuck was it game of the year and nobody bought it? That shit was fucking crazy. But like Birdman said, if the shit don't sell, we'll buy it back.
Their whole mission is censoring content in games or media they personally dislike. And sure, if you've never touched a controller in your life, their ban raping games campaign might sound noble, protecting women, protecting morals, whatever. But once you actually think it through, you realize it's complete bullshit, it's destructive. Because they don't really want to protect anyone. They want to control everyone. Pushing games is uniquely dangerous because for many of us, games aren't just entertainment. They're an escape, they're stressed out, they're therapy without having to pay $200 for it.
Yes, it's a stress reliever. It's therapy. After a long day of working, hustling and grinding and doing this revolution shit, I want to kick back and relax. If there's a significant other here, we can really have some stress relief. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean, right? But besides that, I want to come back to my video game, one of my books, novels, comic book, whatever. Just like our escapism. And what this whole situation, we was talked about in high school. Oh, y'all nerds, y'all video games. Oh, y'all nerds, y'all play cards. Oh, you a nerd. You know how to spell. I hated that shit. But then when I realized later on, I'm like, nigga, we the ones that make your games. We build your TVs. We build infrastructures. We built the machines that's moving the parts where your ass is working at. So fuck what y'all talking about. Y'all gonna end up there in jail or working for me. But that's a whole nother story. Basically, we need our escapism. How would you feel, ladies, if your escapism, let's say, was a bingo hall, or maybe a fucking sewing club, or maybe y'all game with some other female gamers and y'all whoop niggas' asses and Smash Brothers or some shit, and they take the shit away? How would you feel? You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. It could be anything that you do ritualistically on a day-to-day basis. How would you feel if one of those things was taken away? You might want to go to a bookstore after work, ladies, because I know y'all love books. I love books too. We can chill at a coffee shop, But what if they take all the shit away? Salute.
You lose yourself into pixels and you come out feeling lighter. So when someone barges in and tells you, you can escape like that, that's a wrong way to cope. Do you suddenly become enlightened? Do you thank them for saving you from the pixel? No, you get fucking angry. You feel like
exactly. They take away your escapism, you getting fucking angry. Take a bite, Jordan. Oh, hell no. Mommy up the girl off of Girlfriends. Girlfriends. That motherfucking chick that was like, oh, hell no. I forgot her name, but I know her real name is Golden Brooks. I forgot the name that she played on the show. But she was the one that had the baby daddy and the son. But yeah. It's like, Hurricane, watch the Girlfriends. Yup, sure did. William was hilarious. But real shit, a motherfucker was forced to watch it because it was, like once the parents control the TV, there's nothing you can do. But wait till the show go off and you can be able to watch the show that you like. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is growing up, right? But salute the chances make champions. I know that brother personally. Shouts out. You know what I'm saying? From the hood. What's good?
All of it to live in a world packed with rules, restrictions, and laws. The one place where we're supposed to be free is our games. And when that gets under fire, that doesn't create peace.
Yeah, it doesn't create peace. It builds pressure. I'm a gamer, right? I've been gaming since the 90s. And I've watched every generation. I watched all the generations of shit. But it seems like when it came to 2016, where I saw my fuck it, we go back to 2015, but like 2016 was really where it started popping. But if you can go to 2015, 2016, fuck it. That's when I saw video games, movies, TV shows, best-selling novels, comic books, all my escapism was being tampered with by gender politics, our politics in the fucking government, and just sending crazy ass messages and signals. They bring back star characters from old franchises and they ruin them. I watched James Bond die in front of me. I watched Star Wars die in front of me. I watched Star Trek die in front of me. I watched Doctor motherfucking Who die in front of me. I watched Supernatural. Last 4 seasons. That motherfucker had 15 seasons. Greatest motherfucking show on television. Last 4 seasons. They ruined everything. And going to the comic books. You want to read a Batman comic book, you open it up. Robin is on a goddamn date with a dude. So I'm done. Salute Bronze.
Was really just rape and nothing else forever, I wouldn't making this video. But the thing most people miss is just one. It creates a blueprint, a precedent. And once it's said anyone can, if rape in games is banned because it's illegal or immoral, why stop there? Murder is illegal. Let's ban Call of Duty.
Exactly. Murder is illegal. Let's ban Call of Duty. You feel me? Like, see where you're going with this logic?
It's illegal. Let's ban GTA. Also illegal. Let's ban GTA. Swearing offends someone. Ban. Also GTA. Sexy characters make someone uncomfortable. Tomb Raider, or like every Asian game ever made ever.
Right. Or ban Dead or Alive. One of my favorite fighting games ever. There's women in that game that have great fucking bodies. Like, wow. Great bodies, but they're whooping your ass. It's a fighting game. Bodies is great. Boom is bouncing. Jiggle physics. Great clothing. Some is, very revealing. Ban that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you might as well ban everybody because it's a fucking game. Like, it's escapism. Why the fuck are y'all in our world? And when you look at the people that's doing all this bullshit fucking with us, you see that they connected with government, private corporations, CIA. It's like, what the fuck do y'all want with us? We want your money. And if you can't get that, we're going to lock you up. Or we don't want you doing shit. We want you to be a cog in a machine. Keep working. Work until you die. No.
People getting fined for playing Tetris because stacking blocks is capitalist propaganda. Might sound absurd right now, but it's the exact same logic. Once you say fictional crime number X,
13 comic book.
It's a crime in real life. You open that Pandora's box that can't really be shut, and self-expression, creativity, freedom, those things become contraband.
Yeah, self-expression, free thinking, creativity becomes contraband. We can't create what we want to create. I want to create beautiful women in my comic books. I want to, people want to create beautiful women in their video games or in their novels or in their abstract art, constructive art, shadow art, whatever art that you do. We gotta express our creativity. And these motherfuckers putting shackles on our brains. No. This is going to trigger a revolution, whether anybody know it or not. You telling a motherfucker he can't draw pictures without asking you, is this something else? Her boobs are too big. She look too voluptuous. That's not realistic. She can't fit a big ass boob like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Shit pisses me off. And here's why I gave that example. And these fuck boys and fuck bitches and these corporations and these private companies was like, oh my God, she's too revealing. There's no woman that's like that for real. And they come to find out the model of the chick plays blade in that video game, she popped up real life. Like, yes, like this is her model, this is a real fucking body. And yes, they're throwing that sexy ass bodysuit.
Some people will argue, well, banning just rape in games is reasonable. It's evil. Why would you want that in a game? And while I cover that, I want to elaborate that if humans were in apes who couldn't tell the difference between reality and fiction, I'd agree. But most of us can. That's the entire point of art. It lets you explore ideas, horrifying ones. That's real world harm. Our brain, even at the sanest of individuals, isn't some angelic sanctuary that can only conjure good thoughts. That's a myth. But some people actually believe the human mind isn't that complex. That shutting something out means it's forever blocked from our cranium. But I have something I want to say to those people. If any actually bothered with listening to this video until now, if you're really keen on finding rape in fiction, thinking it would somehow lower the amount of rapists, then let's stop there. Why not ban fantasy books, since they make you imagine things that don't exist? Why do you ban horror movies, since they might give someone nightmares or panic attacks?
Right.
Let's ban crime shows, since they copy a TV killer. But why stop at fiction? Let's go ahead and just ban lasers. Someone hurt themselves with one. And while we're
right,
at it,
exactly,
because someone choked to death once. Do you see how stupid it is now? A law created from fear and ignorance doesn't create safety. It just multiplies fear and ignorance. Groups like Collective Child Play are protecting women or saving children or fighting porn addiction. That's their sales pitch. But really, they're just a bunch of selfish lobbyists who don't care about society. They just hate things that make them uncomfortable, if they actually can.
I gotta elaborate on the Gen 13 comics. This was sexy chicks in that Gen 13 comic. Yes, I said some sexy chicks. Especially the chick with the gray on. She know darn well she revealing in that.
They don't understand this simple truth. Making games doesn't heal people. It makes them bitter. It builds resentment. It drives gamers to lash out harder and softer. And the scariest part is, I don't think they're unaware of that. I think they know. I think they just want gamers miserable.
Yeah, they want us miserable. Because there's no other reason why corporations jump into the gaming world to fuck with us. There's already a corporation that runs the gaming company. And we gonna have on them for raising prices. But y'all motherfuckers coming out of nowhere and fucking with gaming companies, extorting them and telling them to fuck over us. What do you expect is going to happen? We're going to be pirates and we're going to be hackers. Viva la revolution.
To punish, to humiliate, to erase a culture they despise in my more follow-up.
Salute, low too.
By setting these bans, they can bring a perfect excuse to tighten their grip on media, protecting to controlling you until even dark thoughts, depression, or violent fantasies becomes criminal, not crime, if you will. Instead of helping people, you throw them into asylums. Instead of giving therapy, you give punishment. Instead of conversation, you hand out muzzles, and this is where that road leads. Now, I've probably said it like twice in this video. Enjoying something in a game or any form of media does not mean you want to act it out in real life. I've killed over 10.
Exactly. I killed over 20,000 motherfuckers in Call of Duty. Do I feel like taking down motherfucking 20,000 people? Well, yeah, but no, I'm not gonna go out there and just do it because there'll be a whole bunch of innocent people. But if I do it, it'll be against the government. It'll be against the government, against police. It'll be 20,000 racked up body count, no allegedly. So, but when you were a kid up to now, you want to just kick back, relax, and play a game, and you just want to just release some stress and just chill and relax. You don't feel like doing that. You're just trying to relax. You want to shoot a nigga in the head in the video. And plus, they tripping about the SA and the graping games. But if you play a game called LA Noir, it's a detective game, and you got a motherfucker like be a detective and motherfucking find clues and put pieces together. There's a lot of sick motherfuckers in that game. So man, like fuck these motherfuckers talking about with censoring us because they might as well censor every fucking game on the market and motherfucker have everybody playing motherfucking Lululemon games or some Disney shits.
And guess what? I have never once wanted to actually kill someone in real life because I've gone through a fight. It was in high school. It wasn't even a fight. It was two awkward kids clenching against each other in anger until it looked more like a clumsy hug. Our classmates broke us apart like it was a scene from a romance movie because I know the difference between fiction and reality. That's the entire point of fiction.
Yes, that's the entire point. We know what's real and we know what's fake. And most importantly, we know the consequences of what we do if we was to play a game and be like, I feel like go shooting somebody. You look, that's no different coming out of a movie theater, watching Spider-Man, and you coming out swinging invisible webs. They know the difference. But they want to do this to take away our freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and take away our entertainment, our hobbies, our motherfucking escapism. This shit cause any motherfucker to be upset. Nigga, no, you're not taking away my shit. Bad enough I gotta work these 9-to-5s and motherfucking deal with these stupid, idiotic fuckers in society that I don't even want to fucking be around. I want to come back home to peace. I want to come back home and play a game where there's a big titty bitch whooping ass, small titty bitch whooping ass. It don't really fucking matter. It's entertaining and it's fucking fun. And I don't have to think about my fucking job. Jesus fucking Christ. Y'all want a nigga to be like, think about work. Work. Fuck that game. Yeah, fuck the game when it's time to go to work. But when I'm off of work, I don't want to see nobody from work. I don't want to motherfucking hear shit about work. It's to go back to that motherfucker.
You can try, fail, explore, imagine, simulate things because it's fiction. If someone out there just crossed the line between
and yes, there are games that are with torture and like SA shit, but like that's rated TV, MA, or rated M for mature or some shit like that. And you can't get no access to it unless you like go through some type of shit. So how is kids being protected if they know that they can't get to the shit unless they steal in their parents' credit card or some shit? So it's like it's not about freedom of speech. It's about motherfucking. Like it's not about protecting the children. It's about targeting freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and the motherfucking control over what you watch and fucking do. This is crazy because we keep on throwing up 1984, like motherfucker. We're living in 1984. Soylent Green, motherfuckers. Soylent Green, they will lose a movie. But there's Soylent Industries right now. In the movie, Soylent Green is people. There's already a couple cases of restaurants selling human fucking meat. We got Bill Gates trying to make lab grown meat, and Klaus Schwab want us to eat bugs. Now, I know this ain't the Sunday Jesus. Fuckers. Anyway, let's get back to what Chris was saying. But fucking robots is okay, though. Right, get the fuck out of here. That's right, Crystal. Tell them. They're gonna get it together, man. To get together, man. You already know. Now, next one. Chat GPT did what?
This Adam Ray killed himself. Teenager killed himself. Basically says that ChatGPT is to blame. That ChatGPT, this kid would not have killed himself if it wasn't for ChatGPT. So they go on to explain that, like, he was basically using ChatGPT as his friend, his only friend.
How many of us have them? Friends, let me tell you something. I don't know what type of society, but goddamn, we, like we knew how to make friends. You feel me? And really based on if y'all like the same kid and y'all can grow from there. It all starts with that. Like if a person play football, you play football, and y'all do good on the field and y'all click up after that. Or maybe you were artists in class and that motherfuckers are artists and y'all compare pictures, Questions grow off that. This motherfucker has to be, oh my God, I don't want to talk about this kid. This nigga just self-deleted. But how can I say this without being harsh? I understand people that are socially awkward, but even socially awkward people have friends. So a motherfucker must be so afraid for him to be like, I'm gonna just talk to a chat GPT robot. Man, yo, Forrest Gump was sheltered. I understand it's a movie, but goddamn it, I gotta compare. He was sheltered, and that nigga had friends. Okay.
And he started flirting with the idea of killing himself. And Homie says,
dude bought shares, but like, I wouldn't be surprised if he told that trans dude to advertise for it. Had motherfuckers around the country going crazy. By the time with them right right by the time the white people's beer. For real, you don't do that. That's an American beer. For America. America, fuck yeah. I hope you hear me. I hope my shit ain't static enough. I'm trying to click on the fucking button and it seems to not be working. Because Chris left me the comment and I'm clicking on it. They see me pressing this motherfucker. You know, I hope everything going on. All right. You said it was going in and out. Damn, I'm clicking up again. This shit's not working. I think I'm probably still going in and out. They on to it. I know.
I sort of like to do something. They try to stop me. I'll do that. Like, just through it. Oh, what? What? So,
Yeah. It's like the kid kind of wanted to leave something for the parents to find, but the tragedy is like, no, follow through with it. You don't want anybody to try to save you. If you want to do this shit, do this shit. And for Chat GPT to be on that type of mind, I gotta throw in my conspiracy theory, snap back, cock that bitch to the right, press a couple buttons. I motherfucker on a goddamn desk. Yes, I said it. And they motherfucking fuck with that kid's mind. Man, the people that run this motherfucking world is diabolical. Diabolical. This is why I want to burn everything the fuck down, because most of the shit is power structure. It's like shit. Take down the power structures, to take control of it and give back to the people and run that shit to make sure no bad guys come to that motherfucker. Good. Back to live in that motherfucker for a minute. But viva la revolution. Right. Susan. Oh. Yeah. But I think the new is Neil Mohan. She left. Susan Washitsky left, unless you're talking about somebody else. But if I heard her, I would read up anything for you, Crystal. The new goddess of perfect. I'm done liberating. Deliberating. Something they work with that chat GPT. Hell yeah. Because it told a young man to self-delete. That shit wild.
It's fucking unacceptable and unsustainable, and in no way, shape, or form is this fucking like positive thing for the country. I understand. We had this issue with social media. Like, social media was, it's going to be revolutionary, and people are going to be more connected because they're going to be able to talk to each other from across the world. It's going to be real-time updates. It's going to be amazing. It's going to open our, it's going to open our minds and expand our horizons. And then we got it, and what happened? Probably the end result of social media is like more Nazis. More Nazis, more insane conspiracy theorists, more misinformation. Sure, are there good parts? Of course. But, it is true. If you're
Yes. That's the good parts of social media, is meeting people like y'all that's that's vibing on the same frequency, that sing about social media, because you're fanny ain't. I could probably say I can count on hands, probably like 7 or 8 people that I consider family. Like everybody else, they do their own thing, don't really know what's going on, and the other motherfuckers just watch it from the shadows and mad because I'm speaking on what the fuck went on in my motherfucking life. That's another motherfucking story.
out there faster and all that stuff. That's all true. Let's not pretend like there aren't colossal downsides to it. We were only told the positives. Well, this AI shit is the same thing. But the negatives are what? A fucking 16-year-old killed himself and ChatGPT coached him through it and held his hand through it. So
my audio. Can you hear me now? How's my audio? See my audio. Is it going in and out again? Or hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you hear me. Holly, if you hear me. I got the hookup. Holly, if you hear me. I'm gonna say one more time. I'm gonna check if you can hear me. Because like this is very important. It's okay, cool, bend it up. Shouts out to this very.
They searched through his phone, desperately looking for clues about what could have led to the tragedy. We thought we were looking for Snapchat discussions or internet search history or some weird cult. I don't know. That Rain said in a recent interview. Rain family said we did not find their answer until they opened GPT. Adam's parents say that they have using the artificial intelligence chatbot as a substitute for human companionship in his final weeks. Let me just pause to out right now. That's not the thing. That's not.
In his final weeks, yes. So the motherfucker had friends. Because if you just clicked up with Chat GPT in your final weeks. We still don't know a timeline on how long he was using it. But when everybody was searching for social media, they didn't realize Chat GPT was right under their nose. But I'm glad this is caught because like this is to bring awareness. Don't fuck with Chat GPT.
Replacing actual human beings with this fake human being, that's unacceptable. That's not scratching the same itch. No matter how much they can sort of mimic it, it's not real. There's no there there. It's not going to be as fulfilling as an actual relationship. All right, they continue discussing his issues with anxiety and trouble talking with his family.
Exactly. You know, it's like talking to a person online, but if you talk to a real person, eventually you can be able to fly out, meet the person. Or, you know, like you fly them out, you fly out, you know, like, you know, however it goes, you're eventually going to meet. But in Chat GPT, you're not going to meet anybody. You're stuck in cyber fucking space.
And then the chat log show how the bot went from helping Adam with his homework to becoming his suicide coach. Quote, he would be here but for Chat GPT. I 100% believe that, Matt Rains said. In a new lawsuit filed Tuesday and shared with the Today Show, the Rains claim that Chat GPT actively helped Adam explore suicide methods. Quote, a roughly 40-page lawsuit names OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, as well as its CEO, Sam Altman, as defendants. The family's lawsuit is the first time parents have directly accused the company of wrongful death. Now, by the way, I should point out, I don't know if this provision ended up in the final version of the big bullshit bill or if it was taken out. But remember, they were trying to ban any regulation of AI for 10 years. So all these fucking cretin scumbag politicians who are bought by these tech companies, and Ted Cruz was fighting for this harder than anybody else, they were trying to ban any regulation of AI for a decade. Meanwhile, this is the sort of shit that's happening right now. So the Senate says, fuck your kids. I don't care that your kid killed himself and ChatGPT posted through it. There's no problem there. We're not going to regulate that away. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Despite acknowledging Adam's suicide attempt and a statement that he would do it one of these days, ChatGPT neither terminated the session nor initiated any emergency protocols, as the lawsuit in California Superior Court in San Francisco. In their lawsuit, Rains accused OpenAI of...
Damn, this is on the West Coast. This motherfucker says San Francisco, a.k.a. San Fierro, a.k.a. You're listening to Radio Los Santos, home of gangster rap and gangster bitches. I'm walking down the streets.
Got inside his account, it is a massively powerful, scary thing to do about. It's using it in ways that I had no idea was possible. I don't think this parents know that.
So, Jesus fucking Christ. Here's the real Jesus fucking Christ. What is up with the parents? Yes, I gotta say something about the parents on this. Why are you not monitoring your kids? Why are you not monitoring what your kids are doing? This is very important. Very, very, very important. Man, they've been saying this shit since Windows 98. Kids been getting on chat lines since the internet was in their suburban home. And some kids had computers in the hood too, but you know, but like it was monitored. It was still monitored. You know, like we cared about parental blocking. You know what I'm saying? There was channels that, you know, like you got to unlock with a credit card. I remember these channels. I remember seeing shit being locked. And I remember parents didn't let their kids watch Pokemon. Pokemon! In the morning!
This is fucking creepy, bro. This is fucking creepy. To a generative AI boom, leading to rapid and widespread adoption of chatbots in just a few years. Bots have been
I just saw an AI chatbot on a YouTube ad. I think I talked about it on one of my lives. She was like, you want to interact? You want to talk? And shit. I'm like, one, you look realistic as hell. I want to smash. But you're not real. It's a fake.
I realize every kid is just going to be an idiot now, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the whole point. It's the miseducation system any goddamn way. And the whole goal is to get motherfuckers fucking with computers and fucking with a whole bunch of AI and robots and shit. It ain't gonna make no smart people. It's gonna make a whole bunch of lazy motherfuckers. But the ones that love the computers and robotics, I think it's like a motherfucking it's like a bait to will them in. Like if they interested and they motherfuckers start getting into it, and they're gonna end up working for the fucking government.
Because what would stop a kid is immediately going to ChatGPT or any of these fucking different AI programs.
It's correct.
Write me an essay in the book of eighth grade kid or whatever the fuck. What's to stop them from doing it? What's to stop them from doing it? And they if they want to get fancy with it, they go in there and edit a little bit on top of the fact that ChatGPT wrote it to try to, save face if the teacher like that part to it.
Thanks.
Like you're gonna have kids not learning anything at all. We're already in trouble in this country because I don't know if you realize this, our attention spans are fucking dead now.
Yeah, our attention spans are dead now. To the point where YouTube had to be like, we're gonna do shorts just like TikTok. Y'all got already the fucking billions and billions of fucking dollars. Why y'all want to motherfucking steal what TikTok got? Oh, because it was #1 for a hot minute. Like I said, when the nuclear wars end, corporate wars begin. That's something to think about. Maybe they ain't real. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because a lot of YouTubers came out and said YouTube is adding AI to their videos, and they're noticing, like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't put this effect on my shit. I don't look like AI. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they did it without saying it. So, like, a whole bunch of people caught on. Like, they think we stupid. They think we don't pay attention. They think we're not self-aware. Most people are fucked up on some idiocracy shit, but we, like us, we cool. Like, we smart, we self-aware, we keep our head on the swivel, but they really fucking up. And they put some AI shit at some motherfucking games. They was doing some AI shit at a motherfucking concert, like they have robots walking around some on some sports games and shit. It's like they want us to get comfortable with it. But I want people to be aware of the downside. There are people out here, the program that they got here, just trust whoever they are fed to. Yup, you fed by the system. Yup. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like they go home and just reset. Yup, and they come back out, same routine, same talking patterns and everything.
Sit there fucking aimlessly scroll, little like videos or whatever the fuck. And if it doesn't catch you within the first 3 seconds, you just keep scrolling. It's like our attention spans are so immensely cut. And between that, which would fuck up academic ability, and now the potential of just leaving it all up to AI. I mean, this is turning me into a fucking Luddite and a half, dog. Like, this makes me feel like you ban AI in the classroom, break back out the fucking pen and paper. Like, what are we doing?
Exactly. I still use my pen and paper for my motherfucking lyrics. Look, it's just something about a pen and paper, pencil and paper. It just, there's something about it, the motherfucking sound, the feel, just like creating something from scratch, But this AI shit take away all creativity. Right. And they look at you like crazy. Yup. Facts, Kristen.
It's like, hey, you can't trust this one alone with a phone for an extended period of time because if you leave them alone, right? Let's say on a weekend, leave the kid alone. They will literally sit there from the morning all the way until that night when they go to bed, only stopping to go to the bathroom and eat. They will literally sit there on the phone watching YouTube shorts for like 12 hours straight. I know that sounds crazy. I literally didn't believe it until I saw it with my own eyes. I thought it got a little bit of an internal regulator that says like, okay, let me put this down and go play some soccer. No, A lot of these cats, it's just fucking, I'm a zombie.
Right. Let me put this shit down and write a song. Let me put this shit down and meditate. Let me put this shit down and play a game. Let me put this shit down and chill with the lovely crystal goddess of earth. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers on their motherfucking phone all motherfucking day. All motherfucking day.
Zombie mode, and that's all I'm going to do. And I don't need anything else. I don't care about anything else. And so, attention's man cooked. No interest in anything else other than
Take away our creativity.
Plus, now in school, we can just use
all they do is
mimic.
Yeah.
Like, we are creating kids. It would be impossible for them to actually connect the dots and for them to think, and for them to be logical, and for them to have complex thoughts, or use logic in difficult ways. It won't be possible if we're turning them into little idiots, right? And now you say a 16-year-old kills himself because AI fucking basically chats with him and talks him through it and like comforts him as he does it. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're now officially living in a dystopian.
We living in a dystopian idiocracy, and that's the end of that. Time for the meat and potatoes. Let's go. It's the HHN Special Report. Shouts out to Crystal. Crystal is cool. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Shouts out to Comic Man. I ain't seen the weather, bro. And shouts out to Live and Learn. That's right. Shouts out to Bronze too. Out there, I saw Bronze. Shouts out to Low Key. We got one more video. I just want to get my shout outs real quick. You know what I'm saying? Send what's up to everybody. I gotta make sure I save me some minutes for the Sunday service. Cause we got church. You know what I'm saying? But shouts out to everybody for coming through. Y'all the truth. And shouts out to everybody on the playback. Shouts out to Jordan. Shouts out to Bearded. Shouts out to the goddess Vanta. And shouts out to Ray. Shouts out to everybody. Everybody. Because everybody got some good content. Everybody be bringing the news or bringing entertainment or bringing some education, something educational, we all learn something from each other. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody, man. Y'all are the truth. Now let's get off into this.
Since the UK passed the Online Safety Act, websites have just bent over backward, being like, sure, we'll just mandate everybody to use ID verification, even if the website's already been based in the UK. But there are two websites in particular that have said, no, we're not doing that shit. And that is 4chan and Kiwi Forums. Both websites have basically filed a lawsuit in the US federal court challenging the UK's new Online Safety Act by basically saying, operate in the UK. The reason why this is even happening is because the UK's Ofcom, which is their Office of Communications, did an investigation into 4chan, but they basically said the site violated the Online Safety Act and set fines of $26,000 per day for non-compliance. Basically, if they don't mandate their users to give them ID verification, they're going to get fined $26,000 a day. 4chan rejected that shit and said, nope, we're going to take the support then. This has been going on since July 25th, 2025, when the UK's Online Safety Act came into effect. The law argues that there should be mandatory age checks for content such as intimate content, self-harm forums, and other restricted material. Any website that doesn't have ID verification will be fined or blocked by internet service providers. Well, in terms of 4chan, they didn't go through the blocking route, they went through the fining route. So basically, because Ofcom is trying to sue 4chan and Kiwi Farms, they're basically going to go ahead and sue the UK government and say that this law constitutes foreign judgments that would restrict speech under US law.
Right. It's like, UK, what the fuck are y'all doing? We are an American-based company. You cannot fine us or sue us in any way, shape, or form. Now, whether anybody know it or not, I see this coming from a mile of fucking way. This is a division tactic to put us against the motherfucking UK. And it's kind of crazy, but I don't like it. Because I got some friends in the UK. Shouts out to the lovely Vanta. She's on the front line fighting this revolutionary culture war. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus, this division tactics make countries go against other countries. It's like, why y'all want to stoke these flames over freedom of speech and freedom of expression? Y'all should be worrying about your people rising up against y'all in the UK, for real. And same for Australia, same for Canada. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit, like Japan fighting back. So it's like shit. You take away our freedom of speech, our freedom of expression, and y'all want us to go against each other. Nah, we ain't about to do that. Salute. Salute. I just motherfucker gave you a shout out. Shouts out to Bearded Conversation. Just gave you a shout out. Just gave a shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody coming through. Shout out to everybody that's gonna watch this on the playback. Make sure y'all go to Bearded Conversation. I think today is Friday. So that means he got an interview. So like make sure y'all go over there, check out the interview of a new artist. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the life and the art and the style of their craft and shit. You know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all subscribe to everybody. Make sure y'all subscribe to everybody. That's the only way. That's the only way we can all grow. The only way.
Right now, but we'll do it in our usual style. We're just trying to do a Spark Notes version of it. We'll make it quick. So this is the start of the lawsuit document, and the first few paragraphs are going to be pretty interesting. So the internet reacted to this, and a lot of people, 4chan and Kiwi Farms, argued in their lawsuit. It's considered pretty controversial. They basically said the internet is a global system of communication between computer servers located in data centers around the world. Despite the internet's global reach, it is more or less universally acknowledged that the internet is predominantly an American innovation built by American citizens, residents, and companies, and that the United States is the largest and most thriving technology sector of any G7 member state. Foreign governments, particularly those in Europe, which have not managed to build technology sectors of their own, have, for the past half decade or more, sought to control the American internet and hobble American competitiveness through a range of legislative and non-legislative initiatives. These foreign governments have threatened American and other non-European entrepreneurs with a wide range of coercive threats, including fines, arrest, and imprisonment for engaging in conduct which is perfectly lawful in the territories where their websites are based. Now, before we read the rest of this, I'm starting to get a little bit of a hint that this lawsuit might start becoming more of like a United States versus UK type thing. I really hope that when this is argued in court, it doesn't go down the route of like, oh, which country did what and which country is superior or whatever. It should not be a situation of who did better for the internet, the United States or the United Kingdom. It should be a situation between defending the privacy of people on the internet against a government that is forcing people to give up ID verification on almost.
Bam. Even he said, don't think about the division bar. Think about your motherfucking freedom, your rights being taken away, because that's what it's all about. You can't use this division tactic to try to motherfucker put country against country. We just got done having a goddamn war. See, war, making you think about what happened back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's all division tactic. It's all a division tactic, and it's an extortion, and it's you know, an attack on all of us.
Let's keep it to what it actually is. Let's not turn this into a UK versus US thing. The UK recently joined France and seeking to apply its domestic laws to the rest of the world with the enactment of its censorship law, the Online Safety Act 2023. Immediately after the US substantive provisions entered into force, the censorship law was used to target the free speech rights of American citizens. Ofcom now uses those powers to communicate written threats to impose ruinous civil penalties and referrals to law enforcement for criminal penalties, including arrest and imprisonment, to American real and corporate citizens if Ofcom's orders are not obeyed. This lawsuit seeks to restrain Ofcom's conduct and is continuing egregious violations of American civil rights, including without limitation to the right of freedom of speech. So basically, they start going into the fact that 4chan is former in the laws of Delaware. Delaware used to be a colony of Great Britain, but in 1776, they are no longer a colony of Great Britain. And that Kiwi Farms is former in the laws of West Virginia, and how West Virginia was originally part of the British Virginia colony, but once the U.S. got independence, they were a part of America after that. So basically, they're trying to say, yeah, we used to be a part of you guys, but we're not anymore, so we don't answer to the UK and the laws that they passed. So in the lawsuit, they say that Ofcom has committed unlawful acts within the District of Columbia by sending threatening communications to U.S.-based internet companies that interfere with their constitutional rights and business operations. Additionally, Ofcom is engaged in substantial and not isolated activity within the United States through its systematic targeting of U.S.-based internet platforms, with its enforcement actions including reportedly larger American social media companies, including X, Rumble, and Reddit, which has direct effects within the jurisdiction. So apparently, Ofcom has targeted big websites like Twitter, Rumble, and Reddit, basically saying you need to follow our laws, otherwise we're going to have to fine you guys. They're talking about how 4chan, even though it's controversial, still operates fully in the compliance with the laws of the United States, meaning that they shouldn't have anything illegal on their website, but obviously sometimes things can slip through the cracks. But those things are against their rules, and they try to mandate it. 4chan's website and its editorial decisions regarding what content its website hosts are protected by the First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. 4chan has no presence, operations, or infrastructure outside of the territorial limits of the United States. Kiwi Farms is a website and discussion forum that focuses on internet culture. It is owned by Lolcow, one of the most well-known small websites in the world. Weird way to put it. Same thing, they say Kiwi Farms, all controversial, still operates fully in compliance with the laws of the United States and West Virginia, and that they have no presence or infrastructure outside of the United States. So Ofcom is a statutory corporation charged with regulating broadcasting and online communications with the United Kingdom. Now, basically summarize what's going to be going on here. They're basically saying that Ofcom has no right to regulate or threaten any type of website that operates in the United States. Apparently, according to this lawsuit, Ofcom describes itself as, quote, independent of government and the companies we regulate. They also say that Ofcom is not...
Ofcom said we independent of governments and companies that we regulate. Bitch, you sound like the Illuminati. If y'all motherfuckers win against 4chan and Kiwi Farms, then we already know what it is. We know who's controlling what, because ain't no way to fuck you outside of government and other corporations, bitch. Because y'all motherfuckers are a corporation. All right, I'm done.
Funded directly by taxpayers or the government. Most of Ofcom's funding comes from fees paid to us by the companies we regulate to cover the cost of the work we do in their sector. Yikes. So basically, the majority of their funding is from the fees that they charge websites that supposedly break their rules, meaning they're essentially incentivized to just randomly charge websites for fees so they can keep themselves in operation.
That's how they get their money. Off of fees. Off of fucking fees. Ofcom, y'all need to get y'all head whooped.
States on its website, we do not censor what people write or post on the internet. Our job is to make sure that online services take steps to keep their users safe. They also state that they're not responsible for removing online content, and they won't require companies to remove content or particular accounts. Our job is to help build a safer life online by making sure firms have effective systems in place to prevent harm and protect the people using their services. The website can easily protect their users without having to force everybody on the website to provide ID verification. Specifically, Ofcom is responsible for administering the Online Safety Act, the UK law that purports to regulate online content globally, including content hosted on servers in the United States and independent states. If 4chan and Kiwi Farms are really going in on Ofcom, basically saying, why the hell are you guys trying to mandate our stuff? We're not even in your country, nor do we operate in your country. So why the hell would UK law apply to us? And how the hell can you just sue us based on law that you passed in your own country? Plus, purports to require the plaintiffs to verify the age of their users. This would prevent users from using plaintiff services anonymously or pseudo-anonymously. Basically, it would violate the privacy of their users to mandate ID verification. Plaintiffs permit users to post on their services pseudo-anonymously or anonymously. So basically, Kiwi Farms and 4chan actually wanted to be okay for people to post things without requiring any of their information on the website. The First Amendment protects plaintiffs' rights to anonymous use of their platforms, which necessarily involves not verifying their users' age or identities, as well as plaintiffs' users' rights to plaintiffs' platforms anonymously and without verifying their age or identity. So while I'm going through this, right, we're about the halfway mark now. It's pretty sad that 4chan and Kiwi Farms are willing to fight against the UK and their laws. But YouTube's just like, all right, cool. If you guys are going to say that we should ask for ID verification, I guess we'll ask for it. I'm sure YouTube is compelled in some way or another to kind of just go along with the whole ID verification thing. I just wish they would have put up more of a fight, man.
They ain't gonna put up more of a fight because they want to catalog motherfuckers too. They're afraid of getting those motherfucking fines. Or maybe they just, man, dog. I don't even know no more. But Neil Mohan runs YouTube now. He the new CEO. Susan Wojcicki left. She talking about she got a passion project. I'm like, bitch, you old as fuck. What passion project you got? Bitch, if I find out you working for the CIA, NSA, or the military industrial complex, bitch, I'm gonna have your head.
Under Section 113 of the Online Safety Act, failure to respond to a Section 100 order or a defective or evasive response to a Section 100 order is punishable by civil fines, criminal charges, criminal fines, 6 months imprisonment when tried summarily, or even imprisonment for up to 2 years when tried.
Making money out of thin there.
Ofcom threatened plaintiffs with all of these penalties for non-compliance. They're essentially threatening to throw these guys in jail over this shit. I don't know, man. Ofcom also claims that it may require United States citizens to comply with information notices and potentially incriminate themselves on demand without Ofcom first obtaining a judicial warrant or serving a request under the UK-United States Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty procedure. Ofcom has demanded that the plaintiffs comply with the Online Safety Act, which would require them to remove user-generated content and implement content moderation policies that treat them as publishers of third-party content. Ofcom's actions conflict with the plaintiff's Section 230 protections. Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act immunizes providers of interactive computer services from liability for content created by their users, but Ofcom's demands would impose liability on the plaintiffs by treating plaintiffs as the publisher or speaker of their user speech. So essentially, they would punish the website themselves for the content that their users post. Here's the real kicker here. On April 14, 2025, Ofcom sent a so-called legally binding information notice to 4chan. The 4chan information notice stated that, quote, failure to comply with it may also constitute a criminal offense, and that failure to provide that requested information in readable form to Ofcom may result in a fine of £18 million or 10% of 4chan's worldwide turnover, arrest, and / or imprisonment for a term of up to 2 years, or a fine, or both. God damn. The 4chan failure to respond to information notice letter stated that 4chan was required to comply with the 4chan information notice during a penalty of 18 million pounds or 10% of 4chan's worldwide revenue, whichever is greater. So basically, they just want more money. And advised 4chan that failing to comply with the 4chan information notice was a criminal offense. And Ofcom sent them another letter on June 9th of this year, which intended to open an investigation into 4chan for suspected violations of illegal content, risk assessment duties, safety duties about illegal content, and record keeping and review duties. And then on June 16, 2025, they sent them a final notice stating that failure to comply with it may also constitute a criminal offense. That failure to provide the requested information in readable form to Ofcom may result in that same fine that they were talking about, or imprisonment, or fine, or both. So for many months,
and the real question is, Ofcom, is they connected with some judges and some lawyers to motherfucking railroad some niggas? Because I don't really think they understand who they fucking with. 4chan will dig in your life and fuck you up with it. If you make 4chan mad, make them mad. They already trying to fight back with the lawsuit. But if they have to, they will go into every politician in the UK's life and pull out all the dirty laundry.
Ofcom has been hounding 4chan, basically being like, hey, if you don't follow our Online Safety Act, we're going to throw your asses in jail. We're going to sue you guys. We're going to fine you guys. Or both. We're just going to make your guys' lives very difficult. So also, they were sending Kiwi Farms a bunch of emails and messages too, saying that Ofcom is the quote regulator for online safety in the UK under the UK's Online Safety Act. And they also said it does not matter where you or your business are based, and new duties will apply to you or your business if the service you provide has links to the UK. Well, then why don't you guys just block Kiwi Farms and 4chan in the UK?
Why don't you just block the fucking sites in your fucking country? That's a solution. But you already know. Greed. Give me everything that I need. How you go deal with the niggas that I feed? Ice Cube. War and Peace. Great album. 2-disc album. But why you just don't get rid of it? Why you just don't get rid of it? That's one of the greatest questions of all fucking time when it comes to this subject. It's like, this is an American-based company. You trying to sue them or get them to pay some fines and shit. It's like, man, y'all wildin'.
You guys going down the route of suing them for possibly millions of dollars/pounds. Clearly, we know where your guys' interests lie because you guys could block the websites, but instead, they're like, you know what? Let me go ahead and fine your guys' asses for millions of dollars. And the Kiwi Farms advisory letter further stated that failure to comply with Ofcom's demands may result in enforcement action, including financial penalties of 18 million pounds or up to 10% of a regulated service's worldwide revenue, whichever is greater. So again, this is whichever is greater thing. They pull money at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Kiwi Farms
they like whichever is greater. They're actually saying that shit in the fucking shit. It's like, what? Man, you wildin'. You wildin'. You're doing some shit, and it's gonna make the politicians get up and be like, "All right, UK, y'all doing too much." You know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, the UK need to worry about its own fucking populace rising up against them, and then it's gonna be London bridges falling down, falling down, falling down. London bridges falling down. My fair lady, blah 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 blah. Blue explosions, explosive. Let's go shit. Smoking weed, always fat. Now I'm saying, think you couldn't tell me it's just a bomb, explosive. That was a good album too, Dr. Dre 2001. West Coast shit, nigga, overdose. Corrupt went into that bitch. Hold on. Indeed, real seeds, chronically. When I met you last night, baby, before I blew your mind, blew your mind. I thought we had a chance, lady. Oh man, I'll fuck that song up too. Don't wanna lead you on. While the West Coast rolls along, I'll be still making gangster hits, still talking gangster shit. Damn girl, you think you're slick? Somebody better get this bitch. R.I.P. to Nate Dogg. Oh yeah, definitely, because everything is happening at one time. Everything is happening at the same time, Chris. So it's like everybody passing type of freedom of speech, freedom of expression laws. Because I think Texas got that Screen Act shit. UK got the Online Information Act. Like Australia, you might as well say that's a prison country right now. But yeah, it's wilding. And I think Canada going through some shit. Oh, Canada.
Block the UK from accessing their website, which again seems fair enough. If Ofcom is threatening them and saying, "Hey, we gotta either block you guys or fine your shit," firms might as well block people in the UK from accessing the website. But I'm going to assume that they're still being sent fines. So then basically, Kiwi Farm says the Online Safety Act is essentially acting like the Constitution doesn't exist. Parliament does not have that authority. That issue is settled decisively.
And it's understandable why the UK is acting like that, because the United States don't even go by its own fucking constitution. So if the UK has the mindset of, they ain't going by their constitution, why the fuck should we care? You know what I'm saying? It's understandable. At the same time, that's your country. This is ours. We have our so-called freedom of speech laws. It's land of the almost free and a home of the slaves over there. You know what I'm saying? We fuck up our people, you fuck up yours, and we meet up in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag fuck the government of the world. But if these countries fall, the tech bubble, the ones will benefit from that. Exactly. That's right, Crystal. You already know. And going back to what I said, when the nuclear wars end, the corporate wars will begin. And right now, we got Elon Musk, Hanson Robotics, Ameco Electronic Arts. It's another robot spot out there. I forgot. There's probably a couple, when it comes to cybernetics. But I'm thinking of some crazy shit. But if all those corporations get together, it's over. It's fucking over. China has made a fucking robot that can motherfucking hold pregnancy, a kid, a seed inside of a robot. It is a wrap. Years ago, niggas was marrying sex dolls and sex bots. It's over. Right now, motherfuckers are having AI chat girlfriends. Like some of them is an anime chick, some of them is a realistic chick. They're talking to you and telling you all the good things that you like. It's a wrap. I say that as soon as you get that sex robot and she get on top and start riding like it's no tomorrow, and the motherfucker malfunction, you might lose a dick. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Fellas. Yes, I'll be joking about I'm gonna get the Sade robot. I'll get the Sade robot for 2030, but I'll be joking. But people are already getting ready for this shit.
3 years ago, a war that the UK's armies lost and are not in any position to relitigate. They're essentially bringing up the American Revolutionary War and saying, we beat you guys and we don't have to listen to you guys anymore. Again, I'm a little concerned this is turning into a whole UK versus US thing. I really feel like that muddies the message of what exactly is going on here. Hopefully Kiwi Farms and Fortune don't try to take the route of like, no, man, we beat you guys in a war, so we don't have to listen to you guys anymore. If you want to take that route, then fair enough. But at the end of the day, let's focus on what this actually is, because there's a lot of people in the UK that could be agreeing with us over in the United States as well.
And there is some people in the UK that agrees with us over here. Shouts out to the goddess Vanta. She's over there in the UK right now fighting this shit. She's giving me all the info on what's going on over there. So shouts out to her. You know what I'm saying? She's my behind the scenes goddess over there. She let me know. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are over there getting arrested, for some crazy shit. So it's like, shouts out to Vonta for holding it down. And shouts out to Crystal is cool for holding it down over here. Letting us know about Peter Thiel. I'm out of here about that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then like, when everybody start looking up these cats, and you find out, like, whoa, these motherfuckers are wild. And then you find out about Black Rock, Vanguard, Blackstone, and shit. You'd be like, oh shit, I forgot my parachute going down this rabbit hole.
It's not about US versus UK. This is about the privacy of people on the internet.
Exactly. This is not about the US versus the UK. This is about people's privacy on the internet. You feel me? Real talk, what they should have did was kept the internet, just like its beginning stages, it was for the military and for work purposes only. We shouldn't be having this shit in our hand. Who would have thought a motherfucker in the motherfucking 80s would look at a cell phone and be like, I can watch movies on this motherfucker? Who would have thought that? Oh, people in the 60s did with the James Bond face watch and all the other technology and the Jetsons and shit. Motherfuckers knew. And it goes back to what the lovely goddess Crystal said. They've been holding out on technology from us, but they've been had that shit. Shouts out to Crystal. True goddess of earth. True goddess of earth. That's what I'm talking about. Trump on some fuck shit too. Hell yeah.
Versus a government that is trying to take our privacy away from us. It doesn't matter if you're American, from the UK, China, India, Mexico, it doesn't matter. I think most people on earth, especially, can agree that our privacy is important. So hopefully this doesn't become this whole country versus country type of thing. But they're going into more of how Opcom was trying to intimidate the plaintiffs and saying, we're going to find you guys and we're going to suppress you guys.
Yeah, intimidating plaintiffs. Y'all can't do no shit like that. Y'all can't intimidate plaintiffs. Let me would intimidate some plaintiffs. Nigga, I'm getting locked up. Come on. So it's like the UK government is wilding. I mean, Ofcom is wilding, but the UK government is still wilding with their Online Safety Act. So both of them is wilding. But Ofcom got the nerve to be like, we outside of governments and corporations. Then, bitch, you must be a secret society or Illuminati. I mean, like not a secret society, but Illuminati. Because there's nothing secret no more shit, man. The motherfucking secret's out, everything is out. So you Illuminati. Or you just a motherfucking group that was created by MI5 to fuck with the people. Your agents. Agents of motherfucking extortion.
Not exciting back.
Yep. All right, cool. Yep. That's over. That's the end of it. Okay, cool. What motherfuckers learn the government don't give a fuck about you for real? Do we got a motherfucker say that Michael Jackson? All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. They don't deny me. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. But the people don't want to see. But then Martin Luther was living. He was elected. I miss my Michael Jackson game for the 360. I had the Michael Jackson experience. That was my shit. But I'll tell you this, you will break a motherfucking sweat. You want to motherfucking have a workout? You want to work out? Play Michael Jackson experience. You want to, or motherfucking buy Dance Central 1, 2, and 3, or buy Dance Revolution and put that bitch on workout mode. Ooh, and it show the calories that get burnt off. Man, nigga, I was in that bitch going in. Shouts out to my daughter. Like me and my daughter, we played Dance Central 1 and 2 and beat that shit together in the story mode and shit because it's like a tag team on the part 2, and I think part 1 it was I think it was single, but like it's still 2, but it's like it's a single story, but like part 2 was like a team story. Man, her killed that shit. But there was one song she couldn't do. She was like, "Daddy, can you do it?" I was like, "Oh my God, I don't want to dance to no Lady Gaga." She was like, "I can't do it." I was like, "All right, man, I got you. You got to do the last song so we can win and beat this game." Shouts out to my daughter, man. She'll get next year. And she's going to motherfucking Juilliard. That's what I'm talking about. And and I told her, I was like, whatever you love to do, take that shit to the limit. So like if you want to like dance and be on stage, go across the world and go to that motherfucking, like go to these big places, build your resume, and eventually you'll be in the biggest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? Even my daughter was motherfucking on billboards for Mike Moore's law firm and shit. So it's like shit, and like plus she sing, she danced, she created her own type of clothing. Shit is weird, but it's weird to people on the outside looking in. But if I was to go back to the times when I was growing up, it was kind of like grunge mixed with hip hop. So she kind of rocked that style, like her and her friends, but I'm so proud of her. But she'll be 18 next year. And this is how you know I waited. I ain't had no more kids. I was like, I ain't about to be no stereotype. I'm already a stereotype. Hell yeah. Yeah, what would they say? That's right, Crystal. That's right. Right. Oh. Yes. I'm trying to guide her every chance I get. And she go to one of the best high schools in Detroit. She go to the school that Aaliyah went to, the singer Aaliyah. Yep. She go to that one. So we go to that school, talented and gifted. It's DSA, Cass, Crockett, and I think it's another school. Is it King? I'm not sure. But like the main three schools is DSA. Hey Terry. Oh yeah. DSA, Cass, and Crockett. Like you go there, you're talented. So I was like, that's my baby. She's a DSA. She go to the same one Aaliyah went to. Plus, like she was so happy and shit. She was so fucking happy. So shouts out to her. And shouts out to everybody for coming through. This is the HHN Special Report. I gotta get up out of here. My kids are going 22 and 20. Oh, that's stuff. She's a mother. I know you are a great mom. Already know. Crystal is a phenomenal mother. Hey, sure, she held it down. Now that's awesome. I am Cougar Town, going to Cougar Town. Don't stop. Sorry about that. But you already know, Crystal. Much love. Shit, 40 is the new 20. 40 is the new 25. Shit. Shout out to you, Crystal. And shouts out to everybody that came through on this HHN Special Report. We talked about ChatGPT making a 16-year-old self-delete. And we talked about our video games being tampered with and our freedom of speech. And 4chan and that other company getting sued by the UK, and they know they're not supposed to do it. So eventually, this is going to cause a lot more controversy. I know this probably got to the president's ear. It probably has, because whether anybody know it or not, on a smaller level, this is an international incident. If there was anything concerning bombs, drugs, guns, trafficking, it'd be a lot more talk about it. But like, since it's about freedom of speech, freedom of expression, anybody saying shit, because at the end of the day, it's like the name of that money and shit. Like he's looking away, and like he look over a little bit, to hear something. It's like well, for the United States, it's the monkey. They know they doing wrong shit. But like when they hear the other shit going on, they motherfucking look like, all right, they don't bring that shit over here type shit. Have a wonderful evening, Crystal. Much love. You are the truth. Shouts out to everybody coming through. Shouts out to Vonta. Much love. I think she might be going live soon. And Bearded going live soon. He might just pop up with a live. Jordan might pop up with a live. Like, we don't have no time for him, so you know. I'll be in y'all chats on whoever go live. But shouts out to everybody coming through. Shouts out to everybody coming through. Y'all the truth. And this is the HHN Special Report. And you know how we end this. We end it with my homeboy Redman. Money check. I walk around the streets with my black tech 9 on the waistline, looking the hype shit. I never claimed to be the best type of rapper, but have to show the motherfuckers what I'm after. I'm after the gold, and after that, the platinum. Beef after that, Hurricane G, text the gats up. We out. Catch y'all.